Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Tuesday, July 27th. Turnaround Tuesday did come into play here today. We were down a little bit in the corn and the beans after opening up this morning a little bit stronger. We'll get into that in a second here. Yesterday, the USDA gave us crop progress numbers unchanged in the corn and the beans, so not giving us too much direction as the electronics opened up last night, and they actually traded a little bit lower out of the gates. Now around 6 a.m. this morning, one of the European media outlets put out a story that Russia was going to disallow exporting of wheat this year, and that rallied the wheat market really quick and took the corn and the beans up right along with it. A little while later, Russia came out and said, no, we have plenty of wheat, and we are in fact going to be exporting this year, and gave the trade a little while to digest that before open outcry started here in Chicago at 9:30 this morning. We opened up steady to where we finished in the overnights, and maybe even ran it up just a hair in the wheat market, and then they pulled it on back. All right, the wheat market, corn started to fail, the soybeans failed, crude oil broke down below 77 for a portion of today's trade, and the grains did follow suit. Wheat did end up keeping a little bit of its gains here at the close, finishing up 5.5 today at 5.95 in the Chicago contract September. Corn, however, giving back 1.25 cents today, finishing up 3.62 3/4, and the soybeans were down 1/4 point August contract at 9.98. So a very volatile day for those of you who are out there trying to take 3 cents at a time on day trades. You probably had quite a few turns today in the market. But for the long term, our hedgers, our producers, what did today do for us? Very little in the corn and beans, and gave us opportunities actually to get some more wheat sold off of the bounce they provided at the open, and we'll see what tomorrow does bring. Crude oil right now trading down at $1.44, 77.54. We did break below yesterday's lows, and once we got through that 78.06, I believe that number was from yesterday, the market did start to free fall down below 77. It has since caught itself a little bit. 77.54 is where the market sits in the electronic trade right now. The dollar up just a little bit right now, about 7 points at 82.31 and a half. So the excitement in the grains this morning coming from a European media outlet announcing that Russia was not going to allow wheat exports this year, and then later Russia coming out and putting that story to bed, saying that they were in fact going to release wheat this year into the export market. Over to the livestock, hogs is today up 22.5 in the August contract, 82.22 and a half. Feeder cattle, very little movement today in the feeders. They did trade on, I shouldn't say little movement. They traded in a decent range today, but gave back about 5 cents when it was all said and done. 114.90 is where August feeders finished up. And then cattle today, August cattle finished unchanged on the day, 92.65. I have not heard any cash sales as of yet on the cattle market this week. And as a matter of fact, I've heard very little going on in the cattle market, so it could be a quiet week in the beef sales. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at Allendale. Phone number is 1-800-262-7538, or feel free to check us out on the website www.allendale-inc.com. Good luck with trading for the rest of the week. Take care. We'll be in touch soon.